Pull, king. Hell yeah. King shit right there. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Your Brain on Air with a very special guest this time. This is my fiance, Kylie.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing really good. It's
Welcome.
Halloween.
Yes, it is. Most fascinating.
I know. I love it. I've been having such a good Halloween so far.
That's good to hear. It's been solid enough for us. You know, I wanted to come at the broadcast with something fun, and I figured what's more fun than having a special guest on. And I don't know anybody with a solid follow count as of yet, so I can't pull Ben Azulai. I can't pull Ali Saab. Ali, you're a nice guy. I can't pull any of these fuckers. So if I know you have a solid following on Instagram. You got more followers than me. You know what I mean? You're out there in the media landscape. You're pretty well known.
Much,
I would say you're B tier celebrity, where it's like you're
That's
bordering.
way too much credit.
You and Haley Bailey at each other on Twitter all the time, from what I've seen.
I would call myself maybe a G-list celebrity. Maybe even a Z-list celebrity.
No, listen, you can't be giving out grades like it's Mr. Crocker from Fairly Odd Parents. Enough. We have you on the show today because I wanted to do basically what I do every time, but, we're doing a podcast style where we're going to talk about some news, but we're also just going to kind of talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to let the conversation flow from there. I'm going to take a hit because I haven't yet. You went ahead and opened it up with a bong hit this episode. It's so strange not being the one taking it to start it out. Anyways.
I'm always listening to these, so it's very surreal for me.
I have a genuine... Yes, you're honestly my most... what's it called? You've been the greatest supporter to this. You've encouraged my vision, and I greatly appreciate that. It's real, what's it called? Loser behavior, and for you to be behind it is kind of awesome. I appreciate that.
No, I love this. I love podcasts,
appreciate that.
and I think that yours is really fun and interesting to listen to. It's my favorite thing to get caught up on the news of the week.
Thank you. And as we all know, there's not enough men in podcasting these days.
Oh my gosh,
right?
No, add a few more.
I'm serious. Not enough men talking into microphones with half-baked opinions. There's not enough of those in this country. So we're gonna just flow. You brought some news stories to the table.
I
Actually,
did.
You went ahead and you did some research because you were like, I kind of know how the flow goes. What made you say yes to the idea of coming on?
Well, it was kind of originally my idea, just because I was at work one day and thinking about, what we were going to do for Halloween.
Heck yeah.
And I thought that it would be really fun to try something. I knew you were going to do your podcast today.
Of course.
And I knew that I was going to get off really early from work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, instead of him having to just go be by himself
Heck yeah.
while I'm at home,
Doing
maybe
nothing.
I could, join him and we could just shoot the shit.
Heck yeah. I love that. I appreciate that.
Make an episode together.
Thank you so much.
See, and also experiment with how it would feel to have a guest on the show for future ones.
That's actually a really good point. As you can probably tell, I have no outline for how this is going to go. So I'm just kind of fast and loosing this. We just have a collection of stories. I didn't even write a script this time.
Yeah.
I didn't come at it with an advert. I normally have all that set out. But I was like, it's Halloween. People are being silly today. I feel as though there's an excuse for me to be. You know what I mean?
Whimsical.
So, yeah, have a little whimsy vibe to this.
Yeah.
So, actually, speaking of a whimsy vibe.
I know. We're starting off with something just kind of lighthearted.
Oh, this is major lighthearted.
The world is in such a dark place right now.
Yes.
That I think starting this podcast off on a day like today would just be starting off with something wholesome.
Are you also high? With the way that your words are spinning?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, I can barely string together a sentence right now. Try to lean into the table a tiny bit, because this is such a low quality production that there's one microphone we both have to talk into.
Course.
So you're good.
I'm pretty loud already.
You're
though,
okay.
so
No worries. I promise you are good. I just wanted to make sure that everybody can hear you clearly.
Yeah.
You went ahead. You had a poll for a decent story to start off today. It's pretty whimsy as fuck. There was a recent mayoral election of I would say pretty valid importance to the people of
yes.
Massachusetts.
This is, if you're into politics, this is going to this is riveting stuff.
Yes, you see a story like this normally, and you're like, okay, this is why people say you can't just not be into politics. Politics is life. It's similar to the SNAP benefits getting shut off. It's similar to the government shutdown. All of those things directly affects people like you and me.
Yes,
so,
it affects the laws of our country.
let's go ahead and let's hop into it. This is courtesy of That Good News Girl. I'm not familiar with this individual. You found this person on TikTok, and they seem informative as fuck.
And I looked into it, and I found out it was true. And
I'm delighted.
every other news broadcast I saw about it, it wasn't as good as this one.
Oh no, this one's actually the most informative. So let's go ahead.
Dozens of cats just ran for mayor of a bike path in Massachusetts, and after weeks of fierce debate over policy, the people have elected a new feline mayor, whose entire political platform consisted of just one cryptic word: crime. It was never clear what Minerva's stance on crime really was, whether she was for it, against it, or just liked the sound of the word, but it didn't matter. Her message resonated, and locals showed up by the thousands to vote for the entirely made-up position of Bike Path Mayor.
Bike Path Mayor. So
that's thousands of people.
I'm going to leave the link in the description to this video, but there is the winner of this election was a cat, a beautiful black long hair. I don't know what species, what brand. What is the word for a type of cat?
It's
variety.
Yeah.
I'm so high I can't think of the word. Breed.
What
breed of cat? Yes. What breed of cat that was? I have no idea. Some long hair, I'm guessing, or I don't know.
Just like a domesticated long hair.
And it had a button-style surrounding of its face, and it just said the word crime repeatedly. As you can hear from this woman, there's no commentary further as to whether she is for or against said crime, if she likes the sound of the word or anything like that. This is just what?
Just giving my opinions on politics.
Yes.
That face.
Yes.
That face says she's for it.
That
face says she's 100% in.
Her grimace is very Lori Lightfoot. It's sort of this crime boss energy where I'm gonna rule the town with an iron fist.
Yes.
I like that energy. Speaking of which, we need to get your cat into local politics. If this is becoming more popular, your cat would be a supreme leader.
I feel like my cat could be the mayor of all bike paths in Fargo.
All bike paths in Fargo, because
Moorhead.
quite frankly, Fargo, Moorhead, bike paths, wait a minute, they're two different states and they have the same mayor. That's kind of cool. That's baller. She's a cat.
She's that good
Yep.
that both people in Moorhead and Fargo trust her.
I could absolutely see that. 100%. This is great.
Yes, my cat is 15 years old.
She's old as hell, by the way. She's experienced.
Yes, we've had her since 2011.
Yes.
And I got her when I was 8 years old, and she's healthy.
She's doing great. She's really holding up, man.
She loves to play. She's
plays.
a fiend for nip, man.
She runs,
will tear
man.
that shit apart if you let her.
She tears up like a ton of shit. She runs down the hallway. She will meow at you if you don't feed her in the morning.
Oh my gosh, she yowls. She doesn't just meow or scream. She yowls
she is
full on.
She is aggressive in the mornings. Homie, let's just finish up this story.
The whole thing started back in July, when a woman named Mallory playfully put up a sign declaring her cat, Barry, mayor of the Somerville bike path because they lived right by it. But Mallory's friend Janet wasn't having it, and she put up a rival sign for her orange cat named Orange Cat, saying Barry became mayor without an election, and I thought that was baloney. What started as a joke between friends quickly spiraled into a full-blown community campaign, with dozens of signs lining the bike path by late August. The race soon included over 70 candidates, mostly all cats, but there was some variation. And the race did get heated, with catty debates over whether Puzzle's position on more catnaps for all was fiscally responsible, or whether Luna's platform of zoomies, chaos, and attention was really in the public interest.
That is such a millennial. Zoomies, chaos, and...
I love it. The millennials, they are a completely different experience.
I love millennials, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they're like aliens.
Ugh.
In the best way. In the best way.
Sorry, we just took a monster hit. Yeah. I did, and then you offered me the water. Speaking of which, I have a little shot glass full of 2 gingers. Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. And we have little Halloween cocktails.
Hell yes. Okay, this is actually a creation of your own.
It is. It's strawberry, sugar-free, Smirnoff,
Yes.
strawberry soda, and then I put a little strawberry hard candy and a gumball, like a gummy eyeball.
Yeah. And then it's just like a little, what's it called? And then you came up with a really good name for this. What's it called? Was it again?
I think it was you who came up with it.
Oh, shit, yes. Oh, God.
Iris.
No, LASIK.
LASIK.
Because it's like a bloody eye in like a little cup. I think that's a really cute design.
Iris would be cute too.
Iris would
was
be.
way better.
I think Iris is a
LASIK.
cute one. Iris? Isn't that the term for the color of the eye or the pupil? What is the iris?
I
Hold
think
on.
it's the color.
Let me pull this up real quick before we continue. What is the iris?
It's the eye. It's the color. Yeah.
Iris is the part of the eye that surrounds the pupil. Okay,
Yep.
so yes, it is the color. I haven't been to school in a while. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
It's how it is. Let's continue.
The project even promoted real civic engagement, with voting ending on the same day that Somerville residents could
That's so
register
cute.
for their actual human elections. And
Oh, yeah.
Minerva's human kept their victory speech appropriately brief, saying, "Minerva asked me to say one thing on her behalf, and one thing only. Crime. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day.
That is so cute.
Yeah. Follow that good news girl.
That good
She's-
news girl. I will put her in the description.
Yeah.
She's actually quite delightful to listen to.
She posts some cute stuff.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of cool. Thank you so much for this news story. We need to, when we are moving into a small town, because obviously we don't want to stay in the big city forever. It's kind of
No.
draining, you know what I mean?
It can be.
And we can't afford a nice, shitty studio downtown. Not that we want to go down there,
No.
admittedly.
Downtown is the worst.
And it's getting worse day by day. But
Yeah.
anyways, well, what's it called? Once we move to the small town, I think we're going to take it over. Gui, Miss Cricket herself, her name, this is so complex. I think we should just touch on this just in case. I will occasionally reference a cat by the name of Gui. This is a variation. It's sort of... I'm fascinated by how language evolves over time. And the words for, like, in French for bear, urktos, eventually turning into urus and such. You know what I mean? Just the evolution of like Indo-European languages and such.
It'd be very beautiful.
Her name started out when you first bought her as a very Germanic pronunciation, I would say, cricket.
Yeah.
Cricket.
We got her as a kitten, and she.
Where's
loved
that
to
come
jump.
from?
She loved to jump. I mean, most cats do, but she
just
would
jumped
jump
around.
on people.
Even now when she's old, I see her jumping off of like really high places, and I'm like, you shouldn't be doing that
She's
at
15,
your
and
age.
if you let her, she would jump. She used to jump from a 5-foot window.
Jesus
So-
Christ.
A long time ago, back when I was like a very young child, but
And
she's
lasted this long.
lasted this long, and she jumped on people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what was so funny about it. So my mom named her Cricket.
Cricket.
And we started dating,
Yes.
and you, back in high school, and you came over to my house, and you met her for the first time, and
Accidentally kept misgendering her, by the way. I
You
kept
did-
saying
you-
it was a he.
you misgendered both of my cats.
I didn't
for some
mean
reason.
to. It's
They're both girls.
they-
I don't know why
yes.
that's so hard to remember.
It's because I never grew up around too many cats, and their faces are much more masculine than
They're
my
very
cat
masculine.
Carol.
I know.
Carol's got
Carol's
this
so
fat
feminine.
face. Yes, very feminine, but go
Very
ahead.
Feminine.
Yes.
She
I started
so-
coming over, and I met Miss Cricket, and
And
I was
he
like, I
just-
don't like that name.
you just started calling her Queeget.
Queeget.
It was so fun to say. That's a fun word to say.
Queeget. Yeah.
And
It
it
was the biggest
slowly transitioned
Queeg.
to Queeget, to Weeget, then to Wee,
Weeg. Gwee.
and now just pure Gwee.
It's so strange. Sometimes it's Miss Pete's.
Yeah, it's like
Miss B.
Miss
It's been
Pete's
occasionally.
is a big one.
Miss Pete's is a major one because Pete's is a term that is way overused nowadays to refer to the paws of animals. I think it's the cringiest shit, but her name just has the E sound in it so
it's
frequently.
just so fitting.
So we will just say it's Miss B time.
Sometimes
you know what I
it's
mean?
just Miss E.
Miss
Sometimes
E.
it's Miss P.
Miss P. She goes through a lot of variations.
It
folks.
does. I think she's probably having an identity crisis at this point.
I don't know that she even knows what her own name is. That's why she always has that far off look. She goes, I don't know who I am. We've broken that cat. God damn it. Hopefully, some good Halloween news can bring some spirit to that grumpy old puss, because guess what? America is expected to spend $13 billion on Halloween this year, apparently.
Holy cow. We're coming
we're
back.
people. Don't get it twisted though. Trick or treat is not coming back.
It's all about the trunk or treat.
If you own a home or anything like that, and you're still like, ooh, the trick or treat, the kids are gonna come and they want to see the costumes.
Do you know
candy.
how many people I've talked to who are like, I don't get any trick or treaters. I'm lucky if I get more than 3, and I'm like,
these are people that live in suburbs too,
yes,
like people that live in
safe, rich suburbs.
Yep, no, even like middle class. You know what I mean? Just like there's a decent mix of people in there.
It also could be how freaking cold it gets here.
Very much so. Well, I would actually argue that if anything, the winters here and the falls are getting more temperate. If anybody else has noticed, I've noticed that it hasn't snowed very much at all this October.
Not yet.
Maybe like once or twice at the very most.
I mean, it's not going to get a chance to. It's the last day of October, so...
That's true.
We're going into November with no snow.
That's fascinating. That's so bizarre to think about.
Yeah.
But anyways, we might be spending more, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean that your kids are they're gonna want to go to the parking lot where their teachers, park, and then they open up the trunk or whatever, and then I've never
decorated. I've seen some really cute ones.
I've never been to trunk or treat. My parents weren't stupid.
I went to quite a few.
You really?
My mom loved trunk or treat.
Are you serious? Okay.
Yeah, they hosted one at her church.
Okay, no diss.
All the time.
No diss. If you like trunk or treat, it's a little gay because in comparison to like walking around, working hard, getting your own food and whatnot,
it's not as rewarding.
It's not nearly as rewarding. Like in comparison, I would just say that it's not. I would never encourage my kids to go trunk or treating. I would encourage them to do what's it called? What we did. Even if our parents had to drive us to a neighborhood, there was this lovely Jehovah's Witness neighborhood that I would go to every year when I was a child.
Oh, I bet they gave you the best.
They were tremendous people. They creeped me out a little bit, but they were the nicest folks. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh my god! But I miss those people living next to them. Anyways, what do you think about this resurgence?
I'm very happy about it. Because I love Halloween. I mean, I feel like it's such an underdog of holidays.
Absolutely.
It's not federally recognized.
Is it really?
It's not.
Let me check. It's fascinating.
Halloween is not federally recognized as a holiday, as like a real holiday.
Is Halloween a federal holiday? I think that maybe is what you're referring to.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's so it's the underdog of holidays, and
Well,
that's crazy because Thanksgiving exists.
Isn't it very pagan
Easter.
though? Isn't it? Well, no, Thanksgiving and whatnot. I would say that's a direct celebration of the founding of this nation, in the sense where it's rooted in the uniting of, not necessarily the nicest uniting of the indigenous and the white man, but
think about it. They don't have Thanksgiving music, and they don't have Thanksgiving. Like, do you ever see people who decorate for Thanksgiving?
You have never heard the Gravy Boat song from Bob's Burgers? You never heard the Gravy Boat song? I'm probably going to get I'm not going to play it just because I'm probably going to get copyrighted for it.
Definitely.
But Linda sang this incredible song about a gravy boat. You've never heard it once in your life? I mean, admittedly, there's no other song I can think of.
Exactly.
But yeah, I guess I understand that.
I know what song you're talking about.
But okay, Christmas I can understand though. It's like it's Judean, it celebrates not really the birth of Christ.
That's the boom of holidays.
Yes.
The 5 big booms.
But Jesus Christ. Boom, boom. Yes,
boom.
I'm not doing the last boom. But Halloween is like a pagan holiday where it's like the belief in the veil between it goes entirely against what a lot of people would say should be recognized as a federal holiday.
There's a lot of people out there who think it just shouldn't exist at all.
Well, it's a lot about the occult and things like that.
It is.
It is heavily, it pulls from all of those things. So I understand why certain people, there's some Christians that'll go, my kids ain't dressing up. My kids ain't going out with their friends. They ain't indulging.
A piece of candy.
They ain't indulging in that witchery. And I'm like a little bit. Listen, as someone where I have some familiarity with like Christian doctrine and things like that. Mm-hmm. I grew up around people who were Christian though, and still let their kids have fun. You know what I mean? They weren't.
Absolutely.
They weren't. Because listen. The most interesting and fun people will tell you about the fact that like witches pray over Halloween candy and shit like that and whatnot. And I'm like, listen, you might not even be lying. I think that might be true and whatnot. I've looked into it a little bit, and I'm like, sure. Are they cursing kids? Yeah, probably. I don't know, but like, is that a problem?
I went trick-or-treating, like, every single year.
If they go to church, can't we, like, wash it out or something?
Yeah, but I went trick-or-treating every single year when I was a kid, and I
Exactly.
never got cursed.
There you go.
I think.
I don't know. I let's just let this handsome gentleman from CBS New York talk. God, his mouth is just like, ah.
Wow.
All right, speaking of Halloween, the feeling is festive. The goal is to frighten, and spending for Halloween is equally scary. Dave Crowley
Is it
shows
really
the cost
scary?
of costumes.
We all know people who go above and beyond like this. This year, the national trend is people spending more on Halloween.
Ugh.
Americans are expected to spend
That's
an
cool.
eye-opening $13 billion on Halloween this year, according to the results of a survey by the National Retail Federation.
I'm just gonna be a witch. It's good to have like a day where we can just like celebrate and dress up and like have fun.
Period
I got
queen.
me a little Medusa hat, doing your
Medusa
makeup,
hat.
going out with your friends, you know, the party
That's a
and
pink
stuff.
My name's
costume.
Professor Jay Zagorski. I'm an associate professor at the Questrom School of Business at Boston University. And we're talking about Halloween. Why it's gone from a small holiday to a giant one.
Because pagans are trying to corrupt your children. They're trying to indoctrinate your children. Apparently,
And
that's
that
what Halloween's
makes
all
people
about.
like it more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When it's like that. See, I think that's the issue that the Christians, like, when they're warning you about the gays that are like coming for your kids and shit like that. It's like, do you realize that makes it more appealing?
That does.
You're like,
it's like
holy
putting
shit, it's-
chocolate in the freezer.
Yes, Jesus Christ, I wouldn't call it that. But I'm saying you mysticize these things. You go like, whoa, yeah, my kid can't be learning about nothing and whatnot. You're like making it forbidden knowledge in a weird
Right,
way.
and that
That's
just
like
makes it more tempting.
tempting. That's evil. You know what I mean? I understand that they preach against the temptations of evil. Whatever. I don't know. Halloween is back, people. That's all we need to celebrate. Is that Halloween is back.
Yeah,
And,
I know. COVID times kind of tore that apart, but it's coming back. It's
Listen.
getting redemption.
Yeah, COVID really depressed the Halloween market. I don't think I remember trick-or-treating after COVID. I may have, but I really don't remember it.
I didn't.
Because I was admittedly, like, what's it called? I was born in 2003, so 2020 I would have been 17. It's a little old to be doing that, admittedly, so...
I stopped at 15.
15?
Yeah.
Good age. I can't remember the last time that I trick-or-treated. I can't
It's
remember,
been a
like,
while.
the year exactly, but, you know... hopefully we can fix that this year. I'm just kidding.
That's what I'm
We'll
saying.
go to that one neighborhood. We'll go bother the Jehovah's Witnesses again.
Yeah.
Those people were
Look at
really
this
nice.
kid.
Their church was awesome. It was a Pokestop. Back when Pokemon Go was huge, back in 2016, we used to go there all the time, and it
Oh
was
my
a gym.
gosh. I always forget that existed.
Pokemon Go.
I remember when it was so popular.
That was a whole summer of my life. My
I
family
know.
and I, we would. It was the weirdest thing. My parents got into it. They would drive us around, and Nick, my stepdad and whatnot, he would be like flicking the ball and things like that, and he'd be like, "Don't leave yet. If you leave, you're gonna what's it called? It'll go away."
My sister had that sounds like Nick. My
It was
sister
hilarious.
had a whole group of people that she would run out. Like we would be in the middle of eating in a restaurant.
Oh my god.
And she would have her phone and she would go, "Oh my gosh, my group found a rare Pokemon," and she would just get
Oh my
up and
God.
run out.
The cheese. That's wow.
And she would go chase him down.
My group. That is so
Yeah.
weird. I remember I was on the red team. Isn't that the group that you're referring to? Like
No, like
such an
like
itchy throat right
real
now.
people who grouped
Oh, really?
up to catch Pokemon.
Oh, I thought you were referring to like the there were 3 teams that they had you pick between when you signed up.
It was a Facebook.
Valor or something like that. I can't remember.
I never played the game very much.
Are you serious?
My sister was big into it. I wasn't as. But she would meet. She had a local Facebook group, and they would message when they found a rare Pokemon spot, and they would all
What?
meet up there, and they would catch it, or they would try to catch it
Well, that's fun.
with real people.
That's okay.
I mean, it was
I mean, back when that game was huge, I remember I was red. I was Team Valor. Yellow was Team Instinct, and blue was Team Mystic.
Oh, cool.
Oh my god, this was the cringiest shit when you used to be proud of which one you were part of. Oh my god. Times they are changing, man.
No, like
Times.
yesterday that game came out.
It
you
pretty
really
much
think about
was.
it.
Well, it's about to be 10 years. It's about to be 10 years ago.
Wow.
Holy
We're
shit!
Old.
No, really, we're not even that old yet.
I know.
We are getting a taste of what people who've been alive for 40 years have known for years.
I
You know what I mean?
That's
Just-
kind of wild. to
Well,
think about.
eventually, I'm getting so much. I'm so high, so I'm just in the mood to talk about deep spiritual
I
shit.
know.
But sorry, some asshole on a motorcycle was being loud. But anyways, Just the older you get, I've noticed that old eventually just doesn't become a thing. Like 80-year-olds are sitting around and they're like, "Yep, I remember when this came out." You know what I mean? And then it's like something that is from like whatever many years ago. It's just
gets
like
farther and farther away.
the kind of I've heard it. I've had so many drunk conversations with people where they're old and they tell me like, like you just when I turned 45. When I turned 42, it's like, well, a year is 1/42th of my life. But back when I was 8, a year was 1/8 of my life. So everything just felt so much longer back then.
did.
And like as I'm getting older, every day is feeling so much shorter. And I'm like, yeah, days feel like 5 minutes now. And I'm like, I'm worried about how it's gonna feel when I am my parents' age.
I'm
When
not even that old, and I feel that way.
when I'm in my 50s, and shit, when I'm in my 50s in 2053, that's gonna be just nutty, dude.
Oh my god.
I can't even imagine
And
it.
It's coming.
And it's gonna be a nightmare, by the way, guys, because we're gonna have, how much of the South Park in the Future section have you watched? It's the one where they're all adults, and
Yes,
Cartman
I do.
becomes a rabbi.
I remember, and the whole time Kyle thinks he's like totally
Yes,
messing with him.
and it's really funny.
It's really
it's
good. If
actually
anybody
really
hasn't
good.
seen it, they should.
It's some of the best stuff they've done in years. I'm
It
sorry.
is. And
The tiny dick Trump joke is not. It's not. You're good.
I knocked
This
over a
shit.
briefcase.
No, this briefcase. It falls all the time. I should move it because it's right where your feet go. You know what I mean?
oh no, that's
No, you're chilling. This is me.
Yeah.
This is my shitty.
playing
You know,
footsie with it.
it's my shitty studio design. You're good.
But no, it is really good. And then Clyde refuses to get the COVID vaccine, which
Yes.
now
Which now I'm
back.
watching and I'm going, listen. If he was, what's his name, like 30 years old or something like that, how old are they in that version? They're like 45, maybe 50 something. I don't remember how old they are. But
yeah, they're in their like early 50s, I think.
I remember that you mentioned that where Clyde is like, I didn't want to get the COVID vaccine because of the side effects and shit like that. Well, you know what I mean? With the fact that there's a vaccine court that's paying people out that were injured by the vaccine. Literally, that's happening. Cheryl Hines brought it up on The View, and then all of them giggled and said, your husband is dumb.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They had no actual response to it.
We have real proof because he got sick like
Well,
3
okay.
years ago now.
Anecdotally, yes.
He got everything. He got all the vaccines.
Yes, I got everything.
boosters,
I was
everything.
boosted up and whatnot, and then I got sick right after the booster, which was nutty. And then
Horrifically sick.
yeah, that lasted
I've never
3
seen
weeks.
him. Yeah, it lasted a long time, I think exactly a month.
Right after that, I immediately lost 80 pounds and whatnot over the course of a year. 2023 was a major growth year for me. It was crazy.
He got like severe inflamed like gums.
Yep, it's what's it called? I don't remember what it's called. It is some sort
They
of.
called it COVID sores.
Yes, it's literally the COVID responsive immune system sores, where it
Yes.
can result in canker sores in your mouth and whatnot.
It was just like
Horrific, dude.
It was
awful.
his mouth was just white.
And it was awful. And
We had
that
to go get
what's it
some
called? Yep,
like
the antiseptic
we
shit.
had to go get antiseptic stuff just so
Yup.
he could like swallow and eat.
Yep,
And then
nutty shit.
they went away, and then like a year later they came back.
Well, that's the weirdest thing. Every time I get majorly sick with like what I suspect to be flu or anything else,
cold?
my body's response to fighting anything is just completely different now.
Yes.
I
He just
have
gets
chills,
crampy
I get
and-
cramps, and
Yes.
I get the mouth sores, and then it goes away after like 3 days.
And then he's fine.
It's weird. It's the weirdest thing, but you know what I mean? Like, Clyde, maybe he wasn't too off on that. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Anyways, I asked you if you'd seen that, because in that version of the future and whatnot, there's, like, the Alexa car and things like that.
Oh, right.
What's his name? Stan is married to an Alexa,
Yeah,
I'm
a
pretty sure.
robot, so-
We're entering a future of that pretty soon, if you have not been made aware of this, because Wall Street Journal recently has reported on the 1X Neo robot, the first humanoid robot built for your home and equipped with full AI software. For $20,000, you can pre-order it, and now with delivery in 2026.
Wow.
What do you think?
I think it's kind of I think it's an interesting choice of something you want to market to people.
It's very Jetsons-y.
It is.
You ever watch the Jetsons on
I
Boomerang?
did. I really liked that show as a kid.
Same.
Because-
I was not a Flintstones kid. I'm
I
sorry.
wasn't either.
I thought the Yabba Dabba Doo shit was dumb.
Yeah, the dinosaurs kind of like put me off.
And Barney wasn't funny. His neighbor
was
wasn't funny.
Never that funny. And I also remember having to take those disgusting rock hard Flintstones kids vitamins. And
I
hated
loved
them.
those. I loved those
Hated
things.
them.
I loved Flintstone chalk vitamins. Those were delicious, but I hated the show.
Now I will resent them forever.
Nah. What was didn't Tim Burton make a Flintstones live action movie at one point? Or not Tim Burton. Who made that movie? The live action Flint. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
The 1994 one.
My parents really like this one.
This was made by Brian Levant, starring John Goodman as Fred Flintstone, Halle Berry as Sharon Stone.
What?
Really?
Whoa.
Holy shit.
It is
Yeah,
her.
I didn't even notice, actually. That's crazy. Elizabeth Taylor as Pearl Slaghope. I'm retarded.
Slag who?
Rick Moranis as Barney Rubble. Oh my god. This is like a stacked cast. Betty
yeah.
Rubble is Rosie O'Donnell.
Those are some big names.
Oh my god, dude. It only has a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I know, I
That's
saw that.
ridiculous. Alright, anyways.
It's okay, most Adam Sandler movies have a very low rating. And I love all of them.
Listen, no. Do not say you love all of them. Wait a minute, you love all of them?
Most of them.
You said you hated Spanglish.
That's like because that's not his usual type of movie.
Funny People?
It's funny. I like that one.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I like.
That's the one where he has cancer. Why are you laughing at that? Why are you laughing? That's a sad ass movie, dude.
That's hilarious.
What are you talking about? It's a really good, solid. It's like Uncut Gems before Uncut Gems.
I like Uncut Gems. Okay, that was
Uncut
one
Gems
where
is
his
baller.
serious acting
Yes, where
was
he plays.
actually really spectacular.
He plays the Jew in the Diamond District and whatnot.
I know, and
he's
then-
really good.
The ending is really sad, though.
Oh man,
I mean,
yeah.
it was kind of deserved, but it was sad.
I'm not gonna say it's sad because it's actually the perfect finale. I don't think it could have been anything different.
I mean, a lot of movies have a sad ending, but it's like the perfect ending. It doesn't
Yeah.
make it less sad, though.
What's it called? The Safdie brothers, Benny Safdie, I believe. He's coming out with that new The Rock movie and
looks
whatnot.
good.
I actually do want to see
looks
that.
good.
That looks very interesting.
I'm actually pretty interested.
I know nothing about UFC or anything like that, but that just looks like if they can bring Maui to like decent Oscar level acting, I'm interested. I'm not
I know,
lying.
it's like, at least he's doing something aside from Moana, because they're having Moana 3 come out soon.
Are they serious?
And
What?
then Moana live action.
You're lying. Wait a minute. Is Moana 3 coming out? There ain't no way.
I could be wrong about that.
You might be wrong. I hope that you're. There's no officially a
Maybe I was
Moana
thinking
3.
of Moana 2, and then they're having a live action one come
There
out.
is a live action one coming out July 10th next year.
It's
so
a lot of Moana.
yes. Oh my god, this is so far from the original topic, which was the Jetsons style of like the what's the lady the maid that they have that works around the house? I forget her name.
I don't remember her name.
I don't
but
remember her name either.
I know
Betty
a lot of people
Robot or
liked her.
something. Anyways, this is the first version of that, essentially. So Wall Street Journal is premiering this. We're going to skip around a little bit. We're not going to watch the whole thing. It's 9 minutes.
Okay.
But we're just going to see preview.
It's
We're
here,
gonna dabble.
the first
We're gonna
humanoid
dabble.
robot
Little bit.
housekeeper. Thank you, Neo. For $20,000, you can pre-order 1X's Neo robot now, with delivery in 2026. Think you missed a tiny spot over here?
God,
Just
that's creepy.
one little catch. There may be a human behind the curtain, pulling the robot strings. If I throw up, will the robot throw up? A company representative may need to peer into your house via Neo's camera eyes to get things done.
No.
This is many people. This is crazy.
You have to be okay with this for the product to be useful.
But is Neo a useful product?
I don't like his attitude. If this CEO being like, you're going to have to be used to this in order for the product to be useful. We need your data. That's so uncomfy to me. I hate that so much.
Yeah, it's very. It's giving me
For
the
20
ick.
now, Neo.
Ick.
Home robots have had two big challenges: creating a safe and capable body and a smart brain. 1X is taking on both of those,
I don't
which
like
is why
beady
Neo looks
little
so
eyes.
different.
Oh
from
yeah,
a more
the eyes. We're gonna look at this. I'm gonna put this in the description actually because this is just bizarre. It has a full gray alienoid body with like these hand grippers that
Doesn't
like a
look
soccer
natural.
player would have. Yeah, it does not look natural whatsoever. And it has this iRobot It has a giant speaker for a face, and then two piercing little black dots for cameras, the eyes.
It's so creepy looking.
I hate it. It's so bizarre.
Industrial factory robot. Neo, it's
You're
70
letting
degrees
someone
here
in
in
your
California.
house.
Yes, not even like, it's not like a professional maid or anything like that. It's some programmer who's just gonna learn how to like put dishes in the dishwasher. This thing's not gonna be able to wash dishes, I hope people realize, because it's a robot.
And who's gonna want to control the robots? I mean, I'm sure they pay really good to control the robots.
I'm sure, but I don't know who's gonna want to. Like, you know what, whatever.
Why
Whatever.
are you wearing a sweater?
Good question. Bert, why am I wearing a sweater?
It's a combination of safety and just also generally aesthetics. You can think of it kind of like a skin, except if it was an actual skin, that would probably be pretty creepy.
It is creepy.
It is creepy.
It is still creepy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna skip this guy's fucking shit. Anyways, here we go.
And be very low energy in
I will
motion,
not let
just
that
like
man in my
people.
house.
This
That
man is so
lightweight design
unnerving.
is intended for our safety, in case the 66-pound robot falls. Although Neo is capable of lifting up to
Falls?
150 pounds, it's not as superhuman as you'd think.
What do you mean?
Crush it. It's a walnut.
What the
There's this
hell?
concept that we
He
think that
cannot
robots are like
crack that
superhuman
thing.
in like pressure and like strength. And some robots are, because they're heavily geared, but that means you're not sensitive,
crack it.
right? And delicate.
Mm-hmm.
Neo doesn't work like this at all. It works more like us. So the finger strength of Neo is about the same as a human.
That body
Really?
lets Neo try to do a lot of things humans do.
What the
Emphasis
hell?
on try. Can I get a water? If
Can I
only
get a
the real
water?
world didn't have doors.
It's so slow, and it can barely open the.
Are
All in,
you
it took Neo
serious?
a little over a minute to fetch a water from the fridge 10 feet away. Thank you, Neo. Next challenge. Load 3 items in the dishwasher. You
Are
got
you
this, Neo. You got it.
serious?
It's gonna break all your dishes.
It's so loud, by the way. Do you hear those
Loud.
gears in its legs going shh?
I would not feel comfortable if I was like trying to take a bath or a shower. I would not feel comfortable listening to that run around my house.
This is so
It's
unnerving.
so loud.
I'm so bothered by this concept. Like an idea, I'm so against the idea of us having Alexas in every room. I'm so against the idea of us having digital assistants
Oh
that
my
are
gosh,
just
I
on your
know.
phone and shit like that.
My
I'm-
sister has an Alexa that she updated, and now it talks to you like full human
It's
being.
disgusting.
It remembers things you tell it. It talks to you. It got rid of the robot voice, so you
That's-
can't even tell now. It sounds just like a person.
Yes, that one in particular is weird as hell, which is
It
why I'm
talks.
happy that we have one of the older Alexas that still talks weird.
I'm never updating it.
Don't ever. What the hell? My computer is running low on battery. I'll plug it in then. There we go.
Solution.
Solutions, there we go. Anyways, fascinating enough, dude. That's crazy. We have that. We covered the robot bullshit. What is your end determination on this, man? I don't think that this is gonna go anywhere, because quite frankly, it's still
It's a
so
terrible product.
$20,000. You're still so much better off just paying somebody
Someone
to come
to do
clean
that.
your house every month.
$20,000, you can get a damn good maid to, or what do they call the male ones?
The butler,
A butler.
an assistant.
Is it a maid and a butler? Is that
Yes.
the correct termination?
That is, yes.
Okay. It's so silly and whimsical.
Oh, like a gender neutral term would just be like servant, indentured
Yeah, you
servant.
can get a good servant.
Get a good indentured servant.
Yeah, for $20K, I'll come
Yes.
clean your house.
Yes, absolutely. For $20K, I will come and I will get you water from the fridge.
I will
I'll
do
things
all
like
of that.
Why can't you just hire me? All right, bro. So that's our next news story. Ooh, we got a fun one for our next one. Mr. King Charles is stripping his brother. He's stripping him down.
His princely title.
Of all of the princely and royal titles amid the Epstein scandal. Let's get a taste of this from ABC News before we comment any further.
Extraordinary announcement from Buckingham Palace late today. Prince Andrew soon no longer a prince. King Charles taking action against his younger brother in the wake of the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. James Longman standing by in London.
Prince Andrew will no longer be a prince. The extraordinary announcement tonight from Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace. I
Buckingham Palace.
hate the name so much. Every time I hear it, I want to say Fuckingham Palace because it's too close. And I've said this before to you, and I will say it again.
It's a
I think they're all faking it. I don't think that accent is real. How can you really talk like this about serious issues?
He was listening to Dan and Phil this morning.
He
was like, there's no way that they talk like that.
That is fake. There is no way that they're sitting privately to each other going bimini bop and shit like that. They're not, that's not this old English style that all English people claim, bottle of water and shit like that, that whimsical. And they say that Dick Van Dyke wasn't a good version. It sounds just like you guys.
Just like them.
It sounds just like you guys.
He did a great job.
He did, and
That's
they
like
give
a
him
Cockney
shit.
accent, right?
Yes, it is, and they all give
Brilliant.
him shit for it because it's all. But admittedly, they just don't want to admit that we got you guys too good with that one.
You know what? Funnily enough,
What's that?
when I think of like a really good accent like that,
Yes.
I think of Dick Van Dyke.
Yes.
My
Agreed.
mind instantly goes to him.
Mary Poppins is. I'm like, that's an American
accent?
Yes.
That's the man.
That's an American who did a solid British accent. Whatever.
It's like Tom Holland doing an American accent for Spider-Man. It's like, it
yes.
just sounds
It's from
good.
the streets of London. That's his accent. From the, like how Tom Holland's able to sound like he's from Queens or whatever. All right, let's continue with Prince Andrew's unfortunate news. So sorry for him.
The royal family over his ties to the late convicted sex predator Jeffrey
He's the
Epstein.
best picture.
King Charles stripping his brother of all his titles.
He's so
he will effectively no
monkey-coded.
longer be
Can you
royal,
get my water?
something that has not happened in more than a century. He's also being kicked out of his royal residence. It's a scandal the palace has not been able to shake.
How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein?
Epstein!
What a W man.
Shut up! I love that.
Just this week, the king heckled over it. Late today, the palace releasing a
What an
3-paragraph
adult.
statement
that.
saying the king initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles, and honours of Prince Andrew, adding the prince
Rare.
will now be known as
Rare
Andrew
W.
Mountbatten Windsor.
Mountbatten
The palace saying
Windsor.
formal notice has now been served to surrender the lease on Royal Lodge, where Andrew has lived for more than 20 years. The palace
Yes.
statement ending, these censures are deemed necessary, notwithstanding the fact that he continues to deny the allegations against him. Their Majesties wish to make clear that their thoughts and utmost sympathies have been and will remain with the victims and survivors of any and all forms of abuse. Andrew once hosted Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, and Ghislaine Maxwell at that sprawling 30-bedroom mansion.
My kind of Halloween party. I love that
Holy,
shit.
That's a stacked cast
Bro,
right there.
oh my god, Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein,
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine
Oh
Maxwell.
My God.
I-
People say she was worse than Epstein.
Dude, and then that's good for her. I mean, like, what's it called? Didn't she only get 22 years? I'm pretty sure that she got, like,
Yeah.
pretty light. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Good for her. You know, girl boss that shit out of there. You know what I mean?
Here at an 18th birthday party for Andrew's daughter Beatrice in 2006.
Ooh.
The Epstein
I
scandal
don't like
raging
that.
for years, with Virginia Giuffre alleging Epstein trafficked her for sex with Andrew.
He knows exactly what he's done.
A claim
she
he
gets so
denies.
stupid.
Dude, like, she's dead now. That's
I
what's
know.
nuts.
She
She's-
died what is with people in the UK and killing people in car crashes?
I never noticed that. That's crazy.
That's what they always go to.
There you had Diana because she couldn't because they had to kill her because she was about to mix royal blood with Arab blood. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And her marriage that she was about to get into. And then
Oh.
this guy, they're like this bitch over in Australia is talking. Let's just ram a car into her. Let's just kill her.
That's it's because they don't have guns.
I love that. I love that. Yes, that is the English's style. They will kill you with a car because we've taken all their guns. That's a
Wait,
perfect
didn't-
response.
But didn't they kill Diane before they lost their guns?
No,
How long
they've
have they
been.
not had their guns?
They've had their guns pretty. I think. Okay, let's actually look up the major not the arms confiscations. And people in
You
the
know-
UK still own guns, by the way, but it's just way less common to see. When the UK banned guns, they banned most handgun private ownership in 1997, following the
so-
1996 Dunblane massacre. A partial ban on handguns was enacted in February 1997. A complete ban on them, such as the .22 caliber and muzzle-loaded pistols, followed in November 1997. So it's been since before we were alive that the UK has had any sort of access to guns like we have over in this country, which I'm hoping that we never restrict to the degree that they do over there, because it's proven that if you just take away everything else, people will find brand new ways to hurt each
That's
other.
too controlling.
Yes, totally agreed. Totally agreed. let's just let him finish up. Is that eye any good or no?
No. It's been soaking in Smirnoff
That's
for
disgusting.
the past, like, 40 minutes.
Ew.
And the outside layer is, like, really slimy and, like,
Yeah, that's
chunky.
gross.
And then it's, like, really tender. It tastes like eating an actual eyeball.
That's
like, That's what I
disgusting.
imagine the texture would be
Yuck.
like. Anyways, Key.
Yep, let's let him talk. A no recollection.
This, the notorious
Why
photo,
would you
the
even
soon-to-be
do the
former-
interview?
No, okay, listen, that is one of my favorite interviews he's ever done.
It was the most awkward and cringy thing I'd ever seen.
No, I think he did a top-notch performance. I think that he cleared his name, pretty much. I thought that he had nothing more to say. Because I thought that, when he went on that mic and he was just like, no, actually, I can't sweat because I have a condition. I was like, top-notch defense. Top-notch.
Dang, man.
He did it great. This is the same
What is
country that
that?
gave us Baby Reindeer, so
Plus
let's not be surprised.
5 in charisma.
Yes, dude, he has plus 20 charisma. He rolls nat 20s every time.
Oh, he's
on a charisma
he's the
check.
rizziest.
Dude, Prince Andrew, I'm going to claim it right here, right now, is the Rizzler. He is the original Rizzler.
Oh, yeah.
That's that.
Prince with Jeffrey at Maxwell's home, presented to him in this infamous 2019 interview, which backfired spectacularly.
She was very specific about that night. She described dancing with you.
Dancing
and you
with you.
profusely sweating.
No.
And that she went on to have bath,
There's
possibly.
There's a slight problem with the sweating. Because
literally what I just mentioned.
You did not have to do this interview, my guy.
peculiar medical condition, which
Medical
is that
condition.
I don't sweat.
I don't sweat.
Or I didn't sweat at the time.
Andrew claimed that photo was fake.
Yeah.
Jeffrey ended her life in April, but her recent memoir refocused attention on the case.
Ended
In
her
a statement
life?
She
tonight-
ended her life?
All
I
right,
heard
let's
she
look
was
into
in a
this.
car accident.
Dufresne, that's not Dufresne, it's Dufresne. Cause of death. What is AB? Suicide. She died by suicide in April of this year, age 41, on her farm in Western Australia. 3 weeks before she died, she emailed her co-author and journalist Amy Wallace and a longtime publicist, Deanie von Megulef. In the event of my passing, I would like to ensure that Nobody's Girl is still released. What did she die of? Holy shit, dude. Wait a minute. They're all labeling it a suicide.
Wait, look
Troubled
up-
by mental illness throughout her life, Wolof was institutionalized several times in attempted suicide. That's not her, though. What are you talking about? Virginia? No. Hold on a minute.
Hold on,
this is
look up
nutty as hell.
Car accident? Maybe it was
Dude,
two different.
it might have
Maybe her
been.
death wasn't related to the
It could have
accident she
been-
was in.
Oh my god. Okay, Virginia Dufresne was involved in a car accident with a school bus in Western Australia late March 2025. Initially, she posted on social media that she was in critical condition with kidney failure, but authorities later characterized the crash as minor, with no reported injuries.
What?
What on earth?
What is happening?
What is that? Her family stated her condition deteriorated after she returned home, leading to a hospital admission. Accident details in a post on Instagram. Dufresne said that that a school bus hit her as her car was slowing for a turn. She described the accident as severe and initially reported as she was going into kidney failure, and believing that she only had a short time to live. Official reports: police in Western Australia reported a minor car collision between a bus and a car near Perth on March 24th, 2025, with no reported injuries. Dufresne's condition following the accident, she was, quote, banged up and bruised and initially returned home, but her condition worsened and she was admitted into the hospital. Her family later stated that her serious condition, she was in serious condition and appreciated the support. There's no contradiction between Dufresne and her family's initial social media post. What the hell?
Wait. When did it say she died? Okay, March
Okay.
31st, 2025 is when the
She
car
when
crash.
she was in the hospital after a serious accident, according to this. Okay, and then when did she die?
Yeah, when did she die?
She died April, literally a month after the car accident. She died 1 month after the car
Whoa,
accident.
okay.
What do we know about the details of this woman's death?
How did...
This is not... What?
I'm so confused.
They're reporting that
She's
it was...
saying she got worse? Maybe the hospital helped? But why would she...
Wait, actual death investigation. Virginia Dufresne. was not subject to an active criminal investigation because authorities have ruled her death a suicide, not suspicious. They're all saying that she died of suicide. This is after a car accident, but she... What? This is so bizarre. Folks, we're going down a rabbit hole, and we don't mean to... Holy shit, this is a lot.
Yeah, because I saw reports that she had died from a car accident.
Same here. I'd seen reports that she had died of a car accident, but everything that I'm seeing now
is saying, and it was like only a month before she was in the car. She was hit by a bus at a turn.
Correct me if I'm wrong, everybody, but if you personally remember this woman's death being labeled as like a result of the car accident or being in critical condition, like me, or maybe this is complete Mandela effect.
It could have been because I was so invested in this because I had watched the original interviews and I was like, she's amazing. She, like, survived all of that.
She did quite a bit.
Survived getting, you know...
I don't even know how to describe everything,
dude. Like, put it lightly, because I can't.
I'll put the 60 Minutes interview in the description and shit like that. There's a ton of sources out there where you can learn about what she did. Nobody's Girl, the books, was still published and whatnot.
Yeah.
But damn... Yeah, I think I need to do some serious looking into this before I come onto the podcast and talk about that next, because I don't want to get it wrong like that again. Damn. Who knows? Maybe we didn't even get it wrong. Maybe this is a massive cover-up. Maybe this is a conspiracy. But
who knows?
We could
have gotten it wrong. We could have not. Who knows?
We could have. All I do know is that we have one more story, actually. We have the story of Kash Patel, the legendary fella, coming out and saying that the FBI has thwarted a terror plot. Fascinating.
Now, there's not a lot of details on this.
It was
much. In Michigan?
Yes, this was in Dearborn, Michigan. Notoriously, and this is not saying anything, this is just a notoriously very Muslim-heavy community. It's the, what's his name? This was the famous clip of the person sitting on the town council who is running for mayor, re-election currently right now. Who was saying to citizens where he was like, you may live here, but you are not welcome here. And the moment you leave town, I will throw a parade in honor of the fact that you are gone because you don't believe in coexistence or anything like that.
I know,
it's
crazy.
A lot. It's ridiculous. But let's get some details from CBS News before we hop into it.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with some breaking news out of Michigan, where FBI Director Kash Patel says federal authorities have stopped a potential terror attack. Police in Dearborn say arrests have been made. CBS News Justice correspondent Scott McFarland is watching this. So, Scott, what are you hearing?
We've heard from the FBI in their Detroit field office, been talking to some of our sources in southeast Michigan. The FBI director's public statement really is the only public statement so far, that there have been arrests for a suspected terror attack, and those arrests were made this morning in Dearborn.
I'll read it for you. Sorry, we just took it.
Yep.
This morning, the FBI thwarted a potential terrorist attack and arrested multiple subjects in Michigan who were allegedly plotting a violent terror attack over Halloween weekend. More details to come. Thanks to the men and women of the FBI and law enforcement everywhere standing guard 24/7 and crushing our mission to defend the homeland. That was him on X at 7:32 a.m. October 31st, 2025.
Dearborn, Michigan. We have a live picture
today. Yep.
Of a neighborhood in Dearborn where we've seen law enforcement earlier in the day, and the FBI field office in Detroit tells me they did have law enforcement positioned in that area, in the Dearborn area earlier today. There's no charging document that's been public or made unsealed in this case, so we don't have specifics on the allegations here, but the FBI director connecting this to terror is certainly noteworthy. We'll see what connections it has once these case filings are released in the Eastern District of Michigan. That's the Detroit area at some point today. But Vlad, the details are few. Local law enforcement's not giving us anything in addition to what the FBI director says. I can tell you from experience covering the FBI, covering the Department of Justice, this is not a customary sequence of events. So you don't usually have the FBI director announcing a case without having coordinated with local law enforcement or having them ready to supplement the information.
Kash Patel is not a customary man.
No, he's just doing his own thing. He's boss girling it.
Yes, thank you very much. That's a perfect way to phrase it. He's boss girling it. He is If you don't love Kash Patel at this point, dude, he's a queen. Like he said, there's no Epstein files. What are you talking
There's
about?
none.
Like, shut up. Stop saying anything.
Stop
you know what I mean?
We have nothing. There's nothing.
Not real. Apparently, you know what? The biggest trafficker in the world trafficked to nobody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Went to jail for no reason.
Exactly. And like, honestly, free Ghislaine a little bit. Like, can we just say that? Like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if they didn't really traffic to anybody, then free Ghislaine at that point.
Free Ghislaine, because why is she in jail?
Exactly. Kash Patel, dude, he fucking went into the Senate and or whatever. He went into the files and shit, and he's like, nope, there's nothing.
There's none.
There's absolutely
We have
nothing.
literally no information.
This is fascinating. We're not getting any details. It's just terror plot in Michigan. What are they doing up in Michigan ever? I don't know.
Eating cheese.
That's Wisconsin. Jesus, get your Midwest stereotypes right.
Michigan is literally nothing.
Like what? Mackinac Island?
At Mackinac Island.
That's one island.
Cheese curds are also Wisconsin.
Cheese curds are also Wisconsin. What does Michigan have? Hold on.
Literally nothing. That's why I was trying to steal from Wisconsin.
No, for real, actually, because not what does Michigan mean? Michigan means large. It's from Ojibwe Michigami, which means large water or Great Lake.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. What's it
is.
called? What does Michigan? What was I gonna? What is Michigan?
Rare W for Michigan.
Rare. What is Michigan known for? The automobile industry, the Great Lakes. Dude, that's every Great Lakes state. Shut up. And it's diverse agriculture, producing a wide variety of crops like cherries, apples, and blueberries. Awesome. It's recognized for its natural beauty, including many freshwater beaches, forests, and sand dunes. This is the most AI answer I've ever read in my life.
I kind of like it.
I mean, it sounds like a nice place, but I don't know much about it.
Mackinac Island is beautiful.
All I know is that the lower peninsula people are like all from Detroit or like Lansing and stuff like that, and then the people on the north peninsula are just like forest people. That's all I'm familiar with. I've been to the northern peninsula once, and it's not once. I've actually been there quite a few times. I've never gone very far on it because admittedly it's just the same small town and just forest over and over and over.
And unfortunately, a lot of sex trafficking.
Yes, regrettably, Michigan is really bad with that stuff. Yeah, that stuff's really bad over there. But basically, it's just northern Wisconsin, the area that we've been to. What's it called? The area that we've been to is Ironwood, and that is a nice little. They have campsites. They have what is the one? Rapids. It's like a rain. Like not a rain. Waterfall. It's got a waterfall or something like that.
Yeah,
I forget what it's
they
called.
Have two waterfalls.
Rainbow Rapids.
Rainbow Rapids.
That's what it was called. Yep. Yes. Hold on a minute. Rainbow Rapids. This is sick. I'd recommend this campsite. It is really cool. Actually, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I should recommend it actually because that was that was a pretty bad destination. Actually, I didn't like it.
We went there twice. One
Yes.
time in 20. What year did we go?
Goodness gracious, was it like
2019.
2000? Yeah, 2019 or something like that.
2019.
2020 actually.
2020.
Yes, we went
2020.
and stayed at what is this campsite called?
It's Black River Harbor.
Black River Harbor. It is north of a town called Bessemer.
Yes, I like that town.
Yes, and
They have
Ironwood.
the best little restaurants.
Oh, Ironwood is awesome though. I really
Ironwood is
because isn't that the one with the Walmart? Because we would like make trips into town every time that we needed some supplies.
Yes, they just had this Walmart in the middle of nowhere. We went there,
Yeah.
and there was just a lady walking a duck around.
That was so bizarre. Yeah, Michigan is kind of out of a fairy tale. It's a little
is.
weird. It's a little out there. I think Minnesota's a little too boring in that certain sense. I think that there's a little bit of a Gravity Falls quality to Michigan, a little bit, where it's kind of
100%.
there's a bit
It's
Sasquatchy energy. I don't know how to describe it.
Very
Just
fantasy feeling.
cryptic.
Cryptic, yes.
Yes.
Perfect word to describe it.
I feel like there's shit hiding in the woods all the time.
All the time.
That's what terrifies me because there's either like sex traffickers or there could be like actual what's it called? There's like
Cryptids.
skinwalkers, wendigos. You can't say that word at night, and you know what I mean. Yeah.
Don't whistle at night either.
Don't whistle at night. That's also dangerous and whatnot. Well, technically, we're what's it called? If you're over the border of North Dakota from Minnesota, I think you're safe. safe. I have no idea. I'm guessing they don't care.
Yeah, we went in 2020, and Ollie cut his hand open.
Oh, yes, and it sucked.
Yeah.
I got a nice scar from it that still rests to this day. It's not
Yep.
fun.
Then, yeah, we had to bandage it up, and then
Yup.
by the time we got back to our campsite,
Mm-hmm.
all of our laundry got rained on.
Yeah, that was another fun twist and turn in the story.
So we had to drive back it wasn't like 45 minutes back to a town.
Yes, yep, it was like a half hour into town if you're starting in the forest, and it sucked.
It sucked. So we
It was
drove
not
all the way
fun.
back to go to a laundromat to dry our laundry.
Yep.
And
it was a nice little
rained
laundromat. I loved it.
I love the laundromat. It was so fun.
It was
so
cool.
fun. And then we went back in 2023.
Yes.
2022?
2023.
Yeah.
Because it was the year weed became legal in Minnesota.
So we got a shite ton of gummies.
Shite ton.
Shite
like
ton.
a lot of them. And then we
Yes.
set up camp inside of the car.
We got my big fancy SUV. So we
Yes.
were like, let's take it for a trip.
Mm-hmm.
And we camped in the back of it. We got like a nice little blow up mattress to put back there.
Yeah.
And we accidentally set off the car alarm.
Yes.
In the middle of the night.
Middle of the night. So everybody had a reason
Twice.
to hate us and want to kill us.
And then, like, 10 minutes later, I was like, I'm the most annoying person ever. I really have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
I went to get out of the car, and I heard a bunch of people running, because it was like fall. There were
Mhm.
leaves everywhere.
Yeah.
And I heard crunch, 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 crunch.
Yes.
And I was like, oh no, I can't do that. So
Yep.
I got back into the car, and I was like, babe, I heard something out there. I don't know if it's an animal. I don't know if it's a person. It kind of sounded like a person from the weight.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I could just be paranoid. You were like, there's nothing out there.
Yeah.
Right after you said that, you heard like
I
footsteps
heard someone walk up to the
to the
door.
side of the door,
And then
And-
I crawled up to the front seat and I started the car.
and that was right after we took like how many?
They were 50 milligrams each, and I ate about 4. So I was on about 200 milligrams.
Yep, I think I was on about the same.
You were about the same, or you always did at least
And
like
I was,
one less
I
or
remember
something.
just sitting up in the mattress as you backed out
Jesus,
of the campsite. We took down
We
the road.
went through the ditch in order to get out so quickly. I'm pretty sure I hit somebody.
You did not hit nobody.
I'm pretty sure
we
that
went
I
back
did.
to check the. Actually, we went back that night.
We didn't see any blood, but that doesn't mean we didn't break a foot or something.
There was somebody like outside the car.
There was, yes.
And we took off.
Yep.
And then as we're driving,
We're getting out of there.
we see headlights come behind us from our campsite.
2 massive vans that are like, what's it called? They're driving after us. It was terrifying.
Like, yeah, I mean,
I ended up pulling into a neighborhood. I was like, all right, fuck this. We're right next to the highway, and this I pull into some random driveway and I shut off my headlights.
right, because I mean, nobody's going to be driving, especially 2 big like SUV type
Mm-mm.
vans are not going to be driving.
With side doors that like that swung.
It
You
was
know
like
what I
2
mean?
in the morning. It
Mhm.
was like nobody's going to be. We're like, that's crazy. That's not just a coincidence. So
Mm-mm.
you drove into the parking lot, shut your headlights off really fast.
Yep, we went incognito.
And they flew past, and they
Yes.
both just stopped and like sat for a second because it got to like an intersection that went out close to like the highway.
Yep, and then they both pulled out. They went in separate directions. Do you remember
Yep, I remember.
that? That freaked me out, dude.
And then we just sat there for a while, and then when we felt okay, we just drove around for a while, and then ended up being stupid and went back to our campsite. But we were
Yes.
fine. We survived.
The rest of the night was okay. We ended up sleeping in the front seat just in case they came back and we had to drive. Yeah, it was horrific, and we ended up getting a hotel room after that.
Yeah, we drove back to a
fuck
town.
that. We're going to Duluth at that point.
Yeah.
Oh my
Holy
god.
cow.
Prayers for Dearborn, Michigan. Prayers for that community. Hope that that no other shit goes down today. Let's collectively throw out our thoughts and prayers right now that nothing happens on this Hallows Eve or this Hallows Eve weekend, and just
Woo.
in general that nothing happens. 'Cause-
Everybody stay safe.
Yes, that is exactly the message that we want to throw out there after this. How did you enjoy your first run of your Brain on Air, hun?
This was really fun. I mean,
That's
I am really high.
Yes, agreed. Well, it's Halloween, so there's no other day to be really high. You know what I mean? It's no
Yes,
perfect more day. I'm literally speaking in rhymes.
We only love the THC.
Yes, exactly. You know what I mean? We're not going to go out and do the cocaina.
Cocaina.
Because I'm good. I don't feel like going to the back of a Zorba's right now. You know what I mean? To go hang with the cool kids.
I know. Everything else is just... It's too much. This is perfect.
Yep. I cannot wait. This is going to be a great Halloween. I'm so
I
glad
know.
that you did this. This was a great time. We
Yeah,
covered all of our stories and whatnot.
I know, we got a little off topic every time, but every time
Yeah.
we did, it was fun.
We do the what's it called? Trump calls it the weave. We weave
Yeah.
in some things. We go off the trail. Some people end up in the woods, but we manage to
Right.
bring it back every time.
And we just have so much to talk about.
Yeah, I think that we managed to what's it called? I think we covered a solid portion. This is more stories than I normally cover in depth, honestly.
Yeah,
and this
that's-
is, by the way, my longest podcast yet. So
I see
thank
that.
you so very
I
much.
feel a little bad.
No, this is amazing. I love the amount of content that I've gotten from this. I love this conversation that we've managed to have. This has been great, honestly. I think this is my favorite episode I've done yet. This is a great time. I've
Me
had
too,
a
even
wonderful
though it's
time.
the first.
I know, this is great. What's it called? I hope that the audience enjoyed it. You know what I mean? They probably did. Even if they didn't, I'm probably still going to have you on again. You know what I mean? Because,
I look forward to the next time I can be.
I would love that. I would love for you to be on anytime in the future. This has been great. I'm so high I can barely speak. This
I
is
know.
great. This is wonderful.
All right.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for listening. Care to say anything?
Have a safe and happy Halloween.
Wonderful message. Thank you so much for being here, Kylie. I really appreciate it. This was wonderful. I really appreciate your time.
I appreciate yours.
This has been a tremendous time. This has been great. I can only think of the word time. I'm Kamala Harris right now. I'm straight just speaking in riddles. I don't know what's happening anymore. This is great. Thank you for covering the news with me. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. You know what I mean? This has been a great time. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Halloween. Have a great, what's it called? Have a great weekend. We'll be back at it Monday because that's the upload schedule. Like if you like it. Subscribe if you enjoyed it. There you go.
Comment what your costume's gonna be.
There you go. That's a mint comment. You know what? Throw that out if you got it. All right. People, enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.